If we want to preserve our constitutional republic, we need an informed and educated citizenry. And that's what this show is all about. Find out what's really happening. It's time to stop the lies and learn the truth. This is The Real Story with your host, Jeanne Ives.
All right, thank you for joining me. Sunday. It's 312-642-5600 is the number to call in here. We're going to mix up the schedule a little bit. I know you're used to hearing the Edgar County Watchdogs towards the end of the program, but tonight we're putting them on first. And they've got a lot to share with us tonight. And I tell you what, it is absolutely pertinent to everything that's happened this last week. I mean, could it have been a more screwed up week, more of a wake up call really to Americans than what happened this week? I mean, especially with that independent report by those journalists essentially saying, oh, yeah, the Obama regime, not administration, their regime, the Obama tyranny literally targeted 26 Trump associates and reached out to them illegally, trying to capture them into somehow some intelligence situation. And actually, we're going to hear later on in the next half hour, I'm going to play you this clip from Papadopoulos, who was one of those folks who was basically bumped by the intelligence agencies, given $10,000. They were ready to arrest him, thinking he took the money with him. He didn't. And these guys were trying to pressure Trump's campaign from the get-go, from before even Russiagate hit. I mean, this is exactly what they did. And they're so corrupt. They're such evil people. And, of course, the other thing that kind of exploded was that Mike Bentz interview with Tucker Carlson. Now, in full defense of Dan Proft, who's on this radio show, he interviewed Mike Bentz, back in November about the very same stuff. But, of course, Tucker's got a bigger platform. A lot of people shared that interview with me. I've got a couple clips that I pulled from that, too, because it's also very concerning because Mike Bentz literally lays out. And he's basically working now. He's a former State Department official, figured out what was going on with our intelligence community in terms of disinformation, misinformation, and outright censorship. And he's exposing all of it. So he's got his own foundation that he does that on. And this interview is just alarming. He literally called the 2019 COVID and the 2020 election the most censored events in American history. And so it's very concerning. You see this corruption at the top, and we know in Illinois, it's corruption all the way down the line. I mean, what do you have? Former Republican and then faux conservative candidate in the 2018 election, Sam McCann pled guilty to 9 felony counts, including wire fraud and tax evasion. And so that story broke too this week. I mean, we are a corrupt society. Our elites are corrupt. And unless we, the American people, take control, it's just going to continue.